All right, guys, girls, good morning and welcome to Central Junior High. We'd like to welcome Lick Creek. Would you introduce yourself, your subs, your sponsor, and teammates?
My name is Mackenzie. To my left, I have Kirk Grenfield and J.R. Wright. To my right, I have Candace Rooney and Natalie Corbett. Our subs are Elena Chapman and Ariel Sullins, and our sponsor is the lovely Miss Sunny.
Thank you very much. Mr. Lowe.
Hello, my name is Hunter Lowe. To my left, I have Ashley Rollo, Keaton Bates. To my right, Lucas Smoke, Sam Gingrich. Our subs are Emma Cornelia, Olivia Doris, Amelia Nolan, and Jason Holland. And our sponsor is the 5'9" powerhouse, bad bus driving it, majestically short, Mr. Hawk.
Yeah. Hey, our buzzers are a little bit tricky, so I won't be able to see if you buzz in. So they will tell you Lick Creek 1 or Lick Creek 2. So we'll start down there and let you buzz in, and she'll tell you which you are.
Lick Creek 1, Lick Creek 2, Lick Creek 3, Lick Creek 4, Lick Creek 5.
We're supposed to go down the
Frankfurt 5, Frankfurt 4, Frankfurt 2, Frankfurt 1.
Chase's number.
Okay, so hands on your buzzers. Your first toss-up. Also, we're streaming live, so you can rewatch game film later on if you would like to. So, first toss-up. According to the song, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas?
Lick Creek 3. 8 ladies dancing.
Incorrect.
Frankfurt 3.
Hymns of Lang.
Also incorrect. 8 maids of milk. You need to work on your Christmas carol. Next toss-up. What is the term for animals that sleep during the day and feed during the
Frankfurt 3.
Nocturnal.
nocturnal? Is correct. Your bonus is bonus number 1, West Frankfurt. It's history. In descending order, starting with the current members in office, list the last 4 vice presidents.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, in descending order, starting with the current member in office, list the last 4 vice presidents.
We have our answers.
Okay, I'll take your answers.
For A, Kamala Harris. B, Mike Pence. C, Joe Biden. D, Ford.
I give you Harris, my bad. Harris, Pence. My time. That's my 30-second timer. I can give you Harris, Pence, and Biden. Do you have the last vice president?
We do not.
His name was Dick Cheney. I mean, President Bush. Next toss-up. Which author has given us such children's classics as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and The Witch?
Frankfurt 3.
Roll
Well done, that's correct. The Witches was the last one.
We read that.
Yeah, we
Science, stay in between. Shh. Don't lose one. Science is your bonus. What are composed of water droplets or ice is A. B. What is a cloud on the Earth's surface called? And for C and D, name the two ways that clouds are classified.
Can you repeat A, B,
A.
C, and D?
Okay. A. What are composed of water droplets or ice? B. What is a cloud on the Earth's surface called? C and D, name two ways that clouds are classified. Okay, Mr. Hunter, I'll take your answer.
For A, snow, B, fog, C, cumulonimbus. Can I say C again?
Yes.
Cumulonimbus. For D, no answer.
I can give you fog for 5 points, for a total of 30. Do you have A and then C and D, Liquid?
For A, we have water. For C, we have size. And for D, we have shape.
I can give you shape for 5 points. The altitude at which they are formed is part of D. And composed of water droplets or ice are just called clouds. 30 to 5. Next toss up. Hey, keep your focus in between. You can always give your captain a guess. Always give your captain a guess. Hey, in between.
Yes.
Back on focus. Who was the first woman appointed to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court?
Judy.
Good guess. I love Judge Judy, but incorrect.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Great guess, but Sandra Day O'Connor is the person that we're looking for. Next toss up. Name the track athlete who broke 6 world.
Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens. Your bonus is geography, West Frankfort. A. What is the highest point in the United States? B. In which state is it located? C. What is the highest mountain in the world? D. In which mountain range is it located?
Can you repeat A, B, and D?
A. Highest point in the United States. B. In which state is it located? D. In which mountain range is it located? And I'll take your answers, Mr. Hunter.
For A, sunflower, B, California, C, Everest, D, Andes.
I'll give you C for 5 points. McKenna, do you have A, B, and D?
For A, we have Mount Everest. For B, we have Colorado. And for D, we have Himalayas.
Himalayas is correct for 5 points. Mount McKinley is the tallest mountain in Alaska, also called Mount Denali. Next toss up is a math toss up. You have 10 seconds if you need it. Solve using order of operations. 5 squared plus 15 divided by 3 minus 8. That's incorrect. 2 seconds. Did you get close, Bates? Did you get close?
Oh.
What's your guess? What's your guess?
14.
That was a guess, I could tell. 22. Next toss up. Buzz in and be wrong if you have to. Next toss up. Who wrote Percy Jackson and the Olympians?
Rick Gordon.
That's correct.
Boy.
Did you know too? They all pointed at you.
We love Percy Jackson.
I'm sorry.
Your bonus is grammar, West Frankfort. Name the correct conjunction. Conjunctions. Conjugation of the verb set. Name the correct conjugation of the verb set. A, the the present form. B, past. C, past participle. And D, present participle.
Can you repeat C and D?
C, past participle. D, present participle.
Can you repeat A and B?
A, the present, and then B, the past.
Time.
I'll take 100.
For A, sit. B, sat. C, sat. D, sitting.
I give you A and D for 10 points. Do you have B and C?
For D, we have set. For C, we have set.
Also set. That is correct for 10 points. I got 20, 55.
I apologize. I didn't put my pen up.
20 to 55. All right, next toss up. Who is King Arthur's queen?
Number 2, Queen Elizabeth III.
Good guess, correct.
Third.
Mrs. Arthur.
Great guess. Queen Guinevere is who we're looking for. Next toss up. Each unit in the metric system is what fractional part of the next larger unit?
1/10.
1/10 is correct. Your bonus is 5. It's geography, West Frankfurt. For A and B, name 2 rivers that flow through the country of Iraq. For C, which river did Washington cross during the Revolutionary War? And for D, what's the longest river in the world? 30 seconds.
Can you repeat A and B?
A, name the 2, A and B, name the 2 rivers that flow through the country of Iraq.
We have our answers.
I'll take them.
For A, Nile. B, Jordan. C, Delaware. D, Nile.
C and D are correct for 10 points for a total of 70. The grid you have A and B. The Tigris and the Euphrates, right there in the Fertile Crescent from World Geography when you were in 6th grade. Years ago, right?
Years ago.
Next toss up.
Benjamin Franklin.
We do.
Got it, yeah. You gotta really, the bell is right outside my room, so
Benjamin
I'm
Franklin.
gonna be sending the hearing aid bill to the district one day. In the following sentence, I myself am going to do it. What kind of pronoun is myself?
Personal.
Good guess, incorrect.
A positive.
Great guess, but reflexive is the word they were looking for.
I'm sorry.
Next toss up. Spell the word badminton.
BADMITTO.
Incorrect.
BADMITTEN.
So close. There's an N in badminton. 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 Next toss up. In a division problem, what do we call the number to be divided?
The divisor.
Incorrect.
The dividend.
Dividend is correct. I got 70. Math is your bonus, Lick Creek. Get the greatest common factor of these numbers. A, 63 and 84. B, 20, 28, and 40. C, 18, 36, and 27. And D, 24, 40, and 96.
Would it be B, C, and D?
Yes. B, 20, 28, and 40. C, 18, 36, and 27. D, 24, 40, and 96.
No, so sorry, for A we have 9, for B we have 4, for C we have 9, sorry, I apologize, and for D we have 4.
I give you B and C for 10 points. What's right? We have A and D.
For A, 9, for B, 72.
So close. A is 21, and D is 8. I got 70 to 35 in favor of Franklin. Next toss-up. From what metal is the Statue of Liberty made?
Copper.
Copper is correct. Your bonus is 7. It's geography. Name the 4 state capitals named after U.S. presidents.
Can you repeat the question?
Name the 4 state capitals named after U.S. presidents.
Time?
I'll take your answer, Mr. Lowe.
For A, Lincoln, B, Jefferson City, C, McKinley, D, Woodrow Wilson.
I can give you Lincoln and Jefferson for 10 points. You're up, Lincoln. Anyway, you got 2 more?
We have Washington D.C. and Kennedy.
Great guess on Washington D.C., but they didn't want that one because I guess it's not technically a state capital, it's not capital. But Jackson in Mississippi and Madison, the capital of Wisconsin, is what they're looking for. Next correctly answered toss-up gets the last bonus in the first half. What is the term for a comparison between 2 different things that use it? Simile is correct. Your bonus is math. It's bonus number 8, Lake Creek. What mathematical property is illustrated by each of the following equations? A, n plus 0 equals n. B, n times 1 equals n. C, n times 0 equals 0. And D, n plus 5 equals 5 plus n.
Do you mind repeating C, please?
I can. N times 0 equals 0. A, n plus 0 equals n.
Time?
Okay, pencils down, no talking, Ms. Rayford. Ms. McKenna, I'll take your answers.
Okay, for A, we have the identity property of addition. For B, we have the identity property of multiplication. For C, we have the 0 property. And for D, we have commutative of addition.
I'm gonna give you all those for 20 points, right? Do we have all those? It was a yes, no, but I appreciate your answer. I have 85 to 60 in favor of West Frankfurt, but it is halftime.
Understated.
Now you're gonna stay. Seventh graders. Good, front. Any other seventh graders?
Olivia.
Nora. Is it low? Good job, Liz. You see what I can do? Hold on. Got this thing on the wall. That's already on. Sorry. That's right. Really good. Well, the only difference.
It's okay to do
Did you see what you C and D together? Make sure if you're having problems with one, maybe look at your A or B, and I've got this one. So if you go out and make sure that you're talking. Our others keep saying as loudly as you want. Always get into what's happening.
As long as I enjoy that.
But it doesn't matter. Just like,
I did.
McKenna, would you like to introduce your new subs, please?
Quiet in the back, please. We have Sarah Sbowl on my left and Elena Chapman also on my left.
Thank you very much. Mr. Lowe, would you like to introduce your new subs?
to my left, I have Amelia Nolan and Jason Holland. To my right, Olivia Doris and Cornelia.
All right, we're on bonus number 9. It goes to whoever gets this next toss-up. And to our luck, it's a math toss-up. You have 10 seconds if you need it. Subtract 234 from 657.
Negative 423.
That's incorrect.
Time
Well, if you subtract 234 from 657,
is
it's
the way
not
I wrote
negative,
it.
it's positive.
Yeah, it's the way I wrote it is how I started.
It's all right. They did say it funny.
Yeah.
What is the capital of Nebraska?
Lincoln.
Lincoln is correct. Your bonus is 9. It's grammar, Wes Frankfurt. What part of speech is the word book in the following sentences? A, we will need a book cover for this novel. B, please return my book to the library. C, my aunt and uncle book a trip to Europe every year. D, I don't have my book for class.
You have our answers.
I'll take them.
For A, adjective. B, noun. C, verb. D, noun.
Those are all correct for 20 points. Next toss-up, hands on your buzzers. Who was the first vice president of the United States?
John Adams.
Adams is correct. Your bonus is math. Give the greatest common factor of each of the following pairs. A, 36 and 54. B, 15 and 45. C, 24 and 30. D, 24 and 42.
Time
Okay, Mr. Hill, I'll take your answer.
For A, 6. B, 5. C, 2. And D, 4.
Those are great guesses, but incorrect. Liquid, do you have A through D?
For A, we have 9. For B, we have 15. For C, we have 6. And for D, we have 8.
B and C are correct for 10 points, for a total of 70. 36 and 54 are both divisible by 18. And D should be 6, not 8. 8 doesn't go into 42. Next toss-up. What bay lies off the coast of Maryland?
The Chesapeake.
Chesapeake Bay is correct.
It is.
3 less in there. Literature is your bonus. For A, B, C, and D, list the 4 characters who accompanied Dorothy to the land of Oz.
We have our answers.
All right, I'll take them.
For A, Tin Man, B, Toto, C, Cowardly Lion, and D, Scarecrow.
Those are all correct for 10 points. Next toss-up. Name the Roman god of music and poetry.
Aphrodite.
Good guess, that's incorrect.
Venus.
Also a good guess, we're looking for Apollo.
Sun.
Your bonus is, Matt, I'm sorry, your toss-up is Matt. You have 10 seconds if you need it. Add the following numerals. 53 plus 49 plus 71 plus 29 plus 13 equals. Oh, that's not. Anybody get close? What'd you get?
216.
Oh, you're going off. Real close. It's 215. Next toss-up. What is the capital of Denmark?
Colorado.
Good guess. Correct.
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen is correct.
That's a true comment.
Yeah, something way different. Red flag though. Next toss-up is, the bonus is music. For A, B, and C, identify the names of the 3 clefs most often used in writing music. And for D, which note is flatted in the key of F?
Can you repeat? A, B, C, and D.
Yes. For A, B, and C, name the 3 clefs most associated in writing music. For D, what note is flatted in the key of F? Is that his time?
For A, treble, B and C, no answers. For D, F sharp.
I can take treble for 5 points, total 150. Rick, do you have something other than treble for B and C and D?
For B, we have baritone. For C, we have soprano. And for D, we have G flat.
Good guesses. The bass clef and the tenor clef are the 2 other clefs. And in the key of F, B is flatted. Next toss-up. What's the name of the trophy given to the winner of the Super Bowl?
The Lombardi Trophy.
Lombardi Trophy is correct. Your bonus is 13. Identify the following in this sentence. Experience teaches us wisdom. For A, what is the simple subject? For B, what is the simple predicate? C, direct object. D, indirect object. You have 30 seconds.
Can you repeat the sentence and
Yes.
the questions?
Experience teaches us wisdom. A, simple subject. B, simple predicate. C, direct object. D, indirect object.
We have our answers.
I'll take them.
For A, experience. B, teaches. C, wisdom. D, us.
Those are all correct for 20 points.
Good job on that.
Hey, Mr. Moker, can you come in for Mr. Moore?
I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Hey, turkey.
All right, next toss-up, hands on your buzzers. What was the name of the fort that George Washington and his men built to protect themselves from the French? Good try. 3, 2, 1. I think we're studying that, aren't we? Is it Fort Necessity? Are we there yet in social studies? Next toss-up. Convert 0.9 into a percent. 90% is correct. Your bonus is 14. It's convert. It's a math conversion thing. Convert each of these fractions into mixed numerals. A, 23 over 3. B, 47 over 8. C, 99 over 10. D, 56 over 9. You have 30 seconds.
Fine.
Okay, Mr. Moak, I'll take your answers.
All of them, I got 72 over 3.
Great guesses, but not right. Look, Rick, what you got?
For A, we have 7 and 2/3. For B, we have 5 and 7/8. For C, we have 9 and 9/10. And for D, we have no answer.
A, B, and C are correct for 15 points. For a total of 85. Nice job. 56 over 9 is 6 and 2 over 9. Next correctly answered toss-up gets the last bonus of the match. What kind of writing is for the purpose of appealing to the senses of sight, sound, or taste?
Clover.
Good guess, but incorrect.
Sensory?
I'm sorry, what?
Sensory?
Sensory is incorrect. We're looking for descriptive writing or imagery. On the right track, though. Next toss-up. After the original 13 states, hey, in the back. After the original 13 states, which was the first state to join the Union?
Illinois.
Good guess. Free guess? 3.
3. New Jersey.
So close, Vermont is what we're looking for. Next toss-up. Give the name of the planet that's named after the Roman messenger god.
Venus.
Incorrect.
Mars?
So close. Mercury is the one that we're looking for. Next toss-up. What do the 3 dots at the end of a set of numbers mean?
To be continued?
I can take that, and so on, an infinite set. Your bonus is number 15. It's science. Name the drug in each of the following. A, cola. B, tobacco. C, coca. And D, wine.
Your face C.
Cocoa, like a try.
You please repeat A. And
Cola. B, tobacco. All right, I'll take your answers, Ms. McKenna.
For A, we have cocaine. For B, we have for B, we have nicotine. For C, we have sugar, and for D, we have alcohol.
B and D are correct for 10 points for a total of 100. I mean, red flag, but okay.
I was thinking.
Mr. Mo, you have A and C.
A, marijuana, C, powder.
What was the last post C?
Powder?
You're gonna hurt you're gonna kick yourself a little bit, but it's caffeine in polo, nothing, I don't know what you And in chocolate, there is a drug called caffeine.
I did just tell you she's technically right. They used to put drugs in cocaine.
That is the match, very nice job, and thanks for the laugh.
What was the score?
Mine's
What team's
The eighth graders, you're up next. Eighth graders.
I just guess random stuff. Let's go, Micah. No, we have to go. Let's
They never let me shoot. I don't know why. Okay, 8th graders, from Lick Creek, welcome to West Frankfort. Hey, in the back, you've been such a good audience. Continue to do so. We're almost there. Lick Creek, would you like to introduce yourself, your subs, your sponsors, please? Hey, back row.
I am Lydia Colson. To my left, I have Lauren Ecker and Hallie Pinnon. To my right, I have Landon Carter and Henry Hager. Our sub will be Jackson Carter, and our sponsor is Miss Sarah.
Thank you very much. Hi, Mr. Lawrence.
I'm Michael Lawrence, and to my right, we have Gabe Dalton and Anna Lemchick, and to my left, we have Sophia Michelli and Madison Google. And our subs today are Justin Holland, Caitlin McGrew, Carly Margelli, and JC Larkin. Our sponsor is the Bad Bus Dragon 5 Powerhouse, majestically short yet mighty constructions.
You keep adding that every time, I appreciate it. Just like in the first match, we're going to call on you with an answer. So if you can find it and then wait to be called on, you'll be all right. So let's figure out who you are right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
All right, so hands on your buzzers. First toss up. Hey, back row people, I'd hate to have to send you back to class. That's like the worst. So, shh. Give the name for the chemical substance that affects the growth and development of organisms.
Radiation.
Great guess. It would, but we're looking for something different.
4,
Hormones are correct, Sasha.
Yeah.
When in doubt, always yes. Your bonus is bonus number 1, West Frankfort. Language. Answer these questions about the word accomplishment. For A, spell accomplishment. For B, C, and D, identify the 3 sets of letters between which the words can be divided into syllables. 30 seconds.
doesn't happen.
And that's time. Mr. Lawrence, I'll take your answer.
For A, we have A, C, C, O, M, P, L, I, S, H, M, E, N, T. For B, we have pecan. For C, we have fish. And for D, we have
Accomplishment A is correctly spelled for 5 points, for a total of 10. Do you have B, C, and D, Liquid?
For B, we have act as in AC. For C, we have omp as in OMP. And for D, we have LISH, lish, and MENT.
Can you re-say B? What was the first one you said?
AC, act.
I'm going to give you B, C, and D. They weren't extremely clear on, they wanted you to put the 2 letters that would be in between, but you sounded out, broke it down into 3 groups, so that's right, for 15 points. Next toss-up.
Real quick about the class, just to
Yep.
make sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Perfect. Indestructible. Next toss-up. It's a math toss-up. You've got 10 seconds if you need it. Complete this subtraction problem. 619 minus 247.
372.
That is correct. Total, Lynn Creek has 20, West Frankfort has 10 at this point. Your bonus is math. For A, B, C, and D, name the 4 time zones in the contiguous United States. down. I'll take your answers, Lydia.
For A, we have Cupertino. For B, we have Central. For C, we have Eastern. And for D, we have Pacific.
Eastern, Central, and Pacific are correct for 15 points for a total of 35. West Rank, you have one more time zone.
Western.
Close, but it's called Mountain Time Zone. Score is 35-10 in favor of Lake Creek. Next toss-up. What is the capital of Peru? Good guess. Incorrect. Free guess. 3, 2, 1. It's Lima. Lima, Peru. Next toss-up. For what are the following famous for? El Greco, Van Gogh, and Titian. Yeah. We'll go that one. Art or artist, yeah. Your bonus is math, West Frankfurt. Solve the following. For A, what's 40% of 300? For B, 6 is what percent of 8? C, 30% of what number is 15? And D, 25%, I'm sorry, what is 25% of 25? B, 6 is what percent of 8?
Time?
Hey, I'll take your answers, Mr. Lawrence.
For A and C, we have 12%, and for B and D, we have 2%.
Good guesses. Incorrect. Lake Creek, do you have A through D?
For A, we have 120. For B, we have 75%. For C, we have nothing. And for D, we have 100%.
B, 75%. 6 is what percent of 8? So if you put 6 over 8, which reduces to 3 over 4, 3/4 is 75%. 40% of 300 is 230. And the quick way to do that is 10%, 10% of 300, and then times 4. And 25% of 25 is 6.25. Lastly, C, 30% of what number is 15? And we're looking for 50. 40, 50, is that right?
Yeah.
So 40 to 15 is the score. Next toss up. Hands on your buzzers. What law was passed in 1890 to limit monopolies and trusts?
Time?
Amendment 19.
That's incorrect. Yes.
It was 17.
So close, but it was the Sherman Antitrust Act, and we taught that in social studies like 2 weeks ago. It's fine. It's fine. No one's mad about it, like me. No one's mad about it. It's fine. Ancient history. Next toss-up. Give the term for words such as on, up, across, in, from, etc.
Is that a preposition?
They are prepositions, yes. 45 Lake Creek to 15 West Frankfurt. Your bonus is 4. It's geography. Lake Creek. Give the capital of the following countries. A, Canada. B, Argentina. C, Australia. D, England.
We have our answers.
I'll take them. Pencils down, West Frankfurt.
We have nothing. We have A is Toronto. B, nothing. For C, we have Sydney, and for D, we have London.
London's correct for 5 points. Mr. Lawrence, you got A, B, and C.
I nominate C as a
Okay.
For A, we have
Good guess. Ottawa is who we're looking for in Canada. Buenos Aires is the capital of Argentina, and Canberra is the capital of Australia. So it said he was a good guess. Yeah, 50 to 15. Next toss-up is math. You're excited. Add the two fractions and answer in a mixed number. 5/8 plus 3/5 equals.
Time?
Anybody get close? So in the common denominator, we're looking for 1 and 9/40. Very tough to do in that amount of time. Next toss-up. What is the term for an extreme economic collapse of a country? Depression is correct. Your bonus is 5. History. Identify the presidents by the names of their houses. A. Monticello. B. Mount Vernon. C. Hermitage. D. Peaceful.
Pass.
The Florence, I'll take your answers.
For A, we have Wilson, for B, we have Washington, for C, we have Ford, and for D, we have JFK.
Washington is correct for B, 5 points. Jefferson is Monticello. The Hermitage is Jackson, and Peaceful is John Adams. 20 to 55. Next toss-up. What part of Congress had to ratify the Treaty of Versailles after World War I?
The Senate.
Senate is correct. Your bonus is 6. It's science. What makes grass and leaves green is A. B. What gas is also known as marsh gas or fire damp? C. What maneuver is used to prevent people from choking on food? And D. What's the name for the upper atmosphere?
Can you repeat B, please?
B. What gas is known as marsh gas or fire damp?
Could you repeat A?
A. What makes grass and leaves green?
Can you repeat B?
D as in dog, what's the name for the upper atmosphere?
Time?
I'll take your answers. Lydia.
For A, we have chlorophyll. For B, we have swamp gas. For C, we have Heimlich. And for D, we have stratosphere.
A, C, and D are correct for 15 points. For a total of 75. Let's bring it together. B.
For B, we have methane gas.
Close. It's methane. Next toss-up. I got 75 to 20 in favor of Lake Creek. Next toss-up is math. You have 10 seconds if you need it. Add these numbers. 9 plus 6 plus 8 plus 3 plus 5 equal.
Starting, 31.
31 is correct. Lake Creek, your bonus is 7. Geography. It's a new question. 3 words in the following groups have something in common. Give the word in each group that does not belong. A. District of Columbia, Lansing, Nashville, Phoenix. B. Egypt, Canada, Libya, Algeria. C. Danube, Volga, Potomac, Tahoe. D. Manitoba, Alaska, Ontario, Quebec. 30 seconds.
We have our answers.
Okay, I'll take them.
For A, we have Venus. For B, we have Canada. For C, we have Tahoe. And for D, we have Quebec.
B and D are correct. I'm sorry, B and C are correct for 10 points. For a total of 90. Let's bring we have A and D.
For A, we have Nashville. You get Alaska.
Alaska is correct for 5 points. The one that didn't fit in of all the cities, the District of Columbia being the capital of the United States, didn't really fit in. I got 25-9 in favor of Lick Creek. Next correctly answered toss-up gets the last bonus in the first half. It's a math bonus, our toss-up again. How many feet are in 15 1/3 yards? Good guess, not right.
48 feet.
46 is correct. Really good guess. Next toss-up. In literature, what is the term given to an interruption in the story to show an episode that happened before the time of the story?
Flashback.
Yep, flashback. 95-25. Your bonus is 8. It's language, Lick Creek. Identify the color associated with each of the following. A, the most commonly found color found in national flags. B, the color associated with jealousy or envy. C, if your blood is said to be this color, it means that you are of noble descent. And D, if you are a coward, you might have a streak of this color. 30 seconds.
Could you repeat B?
B, the color associated with jealousy or envy.
We have our answers.
I'll take them.
For A, we have red. For B, we have green. For C, we have purple. And for D, we have yellow.
A, B, and D are correct. 15 points for a total of 105. Let's rank we have C.
For C, we have
Blue is correct. And that is halftime. You're 105? 50. 110-30 in favor of Lick Creek. Finley? Okay. All right, JC, Caitlin, Margelli, Holland, and Mr. Hunter, please step right up.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I apologize for Mr. He doesn't hate it. I don't remember what happened yesterday.
They both did like 6-9. We have to you guys got so you work together, to make sure that Easy way to be buzzed.
That's true. Where's the next?
Okay, Lydia, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
This is Jackson Carter.
All right, thank you much. James, would you like to introduce yourself and your sub? Stay quiet in the back, please.
I'm Trey Logan. To my right, I have Caleb Beers and Justin Muller. To my left, I have Hunter Love, Ron Margelli. And I don't think we have any subs left.
We're out of subs.
Yeah.
All right, so next toss. Hands on your buzzers. How many teaspoons equal 1 tablespoon?
4.
Incorrect.
Frankfurt 2.
8.
The other way, that would be really sweet, whatever you make it, but it's 3. Next toss up. What is the negative or undesirable element in Southern Illinois coal? What is the negative or undesirable element in Southern Illinois coal?
Frankfurt 4.
Too late, but what were we going to say?
Carbon.
Good guess, but we need that part. The sulfur is the bad part. It causes also acid rain. Allegedly. Next toss up is a math toss up. You have 10 seconds if you need it. What is the quotient of -6 divided by 0.3? We'll take it.
20.
That's incorrect.
Frankfurt 2.
-0 or -2/10.
So close. They were right with 20, but it was -1. -6 divided by 0.3. Next toss up. Give the term for the word that receives the action of a verb.
Greek 5.
Incorrect.
Frankfurt 4.
Direct object.
Correct object is correct.
What?
Your bonus is bonus number 9. It's math. Round each number to the nearest hundred. A, 72,486. B, 736.42. C, 8,217.5. And D, 553.
Can you repeat the question?
Round each number to the nearest hundred.
Could you repeat C?
8,217.5.
Time.
I'll take your answers, Jay.
For A, we have 72,500. For B, we have no answer. For C, we have no answer. For D, we have 600.
A and D are correct for 10 points. For a total of 45. Lake Creek, you have B and C.
For B, we have 700. For C, we have 8,200.
Those are both correct for 10 points. Next toss up. If an inequality is multiplied or divided by a negative number, what happens to the symbol of the inequality?
Greek 3.
It is reversed.
Reverse directions, it changes, or the sign switches. Correct. 125 for Lake Creek to 45 for West Frankfurt. Your bonus is geography, Lake Creek. Name the states for these capitals. A, Cheyenne. B, Helena. C, Frankfurt. D, Boise.
have our answers.
I'll take them.
For A, we have Wyoming. For B, we have Montana. For C, we have nothing. And for D, we have Idaho.
A, B, and D are correct for 15 points. So 140. What rank do you have C?
For C, we have Kentucky.
Kentucky, correct. For a total of 50. Next toss-up. France was one of the countries fighting for control in North America during the French and Indian War. Name the other country in
Great Britain.
Great Britain is correct. Other country involved is what I meant to say. Science is your bonus. Bonus 11 was Frankfurt. A, what branch of science studies earthquakes? B, what branch of science studies natural phenomena such as motion, light, and sound, etc.? C, what is removed from blood to produce blood plasma? And D, which blood vessels connect veins with arteries?
Can you repeat C?
C, what is removed from blood to produce blood plasma? Blood vessels connect veins with arteries.
Time.
I'll take your answers.
For A, we have no answer. For B, we have no answer. For C, we have white blood cells. And for D, we have
I can take C and D for 10 points. We're just looking for blood cells, but you're being technically correct. Do you have A and D, Lynn Creek?
For A, we have seismology, and for B, we have nothing.
I can take seismology. I think you're getting cosmetology and seismology. Same kind of thing. Physics is the other branch of science that studies motions, natural phenomena, all these things. Score is 65 to 145 in favor of Lynn Creek. Next toss-up. Who is the composer of Ode to Joy in part of the Ninth Symphony?
Frankfurt 2.
Beethoven is correct. Your bonus is 12. Identify the U.S. cities and their states known by the following nicknames. A, the chocolate capital of the world. B, Mile High City. C, the gateway to the west. And D, the space capital of the world.
Can you repeat C and D?
C, gateway to the west. D, space capital of the world.
We have our answers.
I nominate Hunter to answer.
For A, Pennsylvania. B, Colorado. C, Missouri. D, Pennsylvania.
Can you be more specific?
For A, Hershey, Pennsylvania. B, Denver, Colorado. And for C, St. Louis, Missouri.
No guess for D.
Okay, no guess.
Those are correct for 15 points. Do you have D?
For D, we have Houston, Texas.
Close, but Huntsville, Alabama is what we're looking
That's for
for.
Space Camp. That's for Space Camp.
Score is 85 to 145. Next toss-up. At most, how many numbers will make a quadratic equation true?
Like 3.
4.
Incorrect. 3, 2, 1.
Figure 5.
5.
We're looking for 2. Good guess, though.
What squared is 2?
Next toss-up. What city are members of the Islamic faith supposed to visit at least once in their lifetime?
Jerusalem.
Incorrect.
Israel.
Wrong religion. That's okay. Mecca in Saudi Arabia. Next toss-up. Give the term for a force that opposes the motion of an object.
Like 3.
Gravity.
Incorrect.
Frankfurt 4.
Surface tension.
Close, but friction is what we're looking for. Next toss-up. What is the number of vertices in a triangular pyramid?
Like 5.
Incorrect.
Frankfurt 3.
6.
4 is the one we're looking for. Great guesses, great guesses. Keep at it. Here we go. Give the name for the study of how organisms behave and interact with their living and non-living factors in their environment. Incorrect. Yes.
Biology.
Close. It's ecology in their environment. Hey, I think we'll get this one. Keep buzzing in. Don't be afraid to be wrong. Hey, quiet in the back. What common household item is known by the compound NaCl?
Frankfurt 2.
Table salt.
Correct, salt. Your bonus is bonus 13. Spell the following words. A, tambourine. B, vacuum. C, gratuitous. And D, congratulations.
B.
B as in boy, vacuum.
ABC.
I can't hear you since it's on your phone. Sorry. I'll take your answers.
For A, we have P, A, N, E, E, R, I, N, E. For B, we have B, A, C, C, U, M. For C, we have no answer. For D, we have C, O, N, G, R, A, T, U, L, A, T, I, O, S.
Congratulations on congratulations for 5 points. Do you have A, B, and C, Lake Creek?
For A, we have T, A, N, B, O, R, I, N, E. For B, we have B, A, C, C, U, M, E. And for C, we have G, R, A, T, U, I, T, Y.
Close on C. Tambourine, I think we messed up on the middle part. Tambourine. Vacuum, Bacuum. And gratuitous, Gratuitous. Like gratuity, you're on the right track. Gratuitous. Of course, 145 to 95 in favor of Lake Creek. Next toss up. How many states seceded from the Union during the Civil War?
Lake 3.
5.
Incorrect.
Frankfurt 5.
4.
It's okay, we covered this. But we didn't get it right. It's 11. It's 11. We're not, yeah. We don't talk about it. We need to talk about it every day. That and the Sherman Antitrust Act. We'll talk about it every day.
I know the Antitrust Act one.
Okay. During the Civil War. True or false?
I'm not gonna take that.
True. All right. There we go. Moving on. Not bitter. I'm not bitter.
Just one.
What American patriot is credited with saying, "Give me liberty" or "Give me"?
Patrick Henry.
Henry is correct. Scores 100 to 145. Your bonus, West Frankfurt, is business. A, the term for a person who studies how things are bought, sold, and used by society. B, the term for a person who uses goods and services. C, the term for people who hire others to work for them. D, the term for a merchant who buys goods in large amounts and sells them to retail stores. 30 seconds.
A, B, and D.
A, the term for a person who studies how things are bought, sold, and used in society. B, the term for a person who uses goods and services. D, the term for a merchant who buys goods in large amounts and sells them to retail stores. This one gets hey Jay, I'll take your answer.
For A, we have stockbroker. For B, we have consumer. For C, we have employer. For D, we have no answer.
B and C are correct for 10 points for a total of 110. Lick Creek, you have A and D.
For A, we have nothing. For D, we have wholesaler or supplier.
Wholesaler is correct. Let's go. The next one is an economist. I'm sorry, A was economist. How to their boss sold and used in society. All right, I got 150 to 110 in favor of Lick Creek, and we're down to the last toss-up for the last bonus here. It's a math toss-up. You're welcome.
Really long.
In 10 seconds, express 5 and 3 over 5 as a percent.
Lick Creek.
560%.
That is correct. Your bonus is bonus 15, Lick Creek. Complete these problems and answer in lowest terms. A, parentheses, 4 times 8, close parentheses, plus parentheses, 7 times 9, close parentheses, divided by 5. B, 5 over 10 plus 7 over 5 plus 2 over 5. C, 819 divided by 3. D, 19 plus 12 plus 47. You have 30 seconds.
Repeat B and B.
B, 5 over 10 plus 7 over 5 plus 2 over 5. D, 19 plus 12 plus 47.
Time?
All right, pencils down. I'll take your answers, Lydia.
Pass. You say pass.
Okay. Okay, I'll take your answers.
For A, we have no answer. For B, we have no answer. For C, we have 273. And for D, we have 78.
78 and 273 are correct for 10 points. And that is the match. 120 to 55. A, we're looking for 19. B, we're looking for 2 and 3 over 10.
No. Hi, I played 8th grade.
Hi, for that.
Hey, Jay. All those 6th graders up there want to play that.
Watch it on YouTube.
Just go ahead and write the numbers. Can it go the yellow first,
What? Yeah, I can help. No.
Your buzzer's still going more than I don't know.
Game time. Haley Creek, sixth graders, welcome to the junior high in West Franklin. Would you like to introduce yourself, subs, and sponsor, please?
I'm Alex Smith. To my left, I have Zachary Orange and Sophia Vaughn. To my right, I have Mulder Good and Casey Benfield. Our subs are Jace, Jackson, and Lyle, and our sponsor is Miss
Awesome. Hey, Ms. Frank, would you like to introduce yourself, your subs, and sponsors, please?
Yes, my name is David, and to my right is Josie DeVille, Brianna Lindsay, and to my left is Mason Williams, and Wilson. And our sponsor is Mr. Hopkins.
You got subs too?
Up that. Randy Cunningham, Iverson, Beers, and David Sanders.
Thank you. That's the toughest thing you'll have to do all day.
Yeah.
And Alexa Trumbull. And our sponsor is Mr. Hopkins. And Ms. Cooper.
Perfect. Nailed it. All right, hey, let's do a buzzer check just in case. Wait to be called on. Can we start with Lake Creek?
3, 2.
2 minus in 3. Captain.
Group 3. Group 4. Group 5. Mason. Franklin 5. Franklin 4. Franklin 3. Franklin 2. Franklin 1.
All right, wait to be called on because it's tough to see who buzzed in first, but he's got it up there. So, do your best. Don't be afraid to guess. And hands on your buzzers for toss-up number 1. What word means a scarcity of food?
Wood Creek 1.
A trap.
Incorrect.
Rank 3.
Lost. Outage.
Good guess, but what were you gonna say next?
Famine.
Famine was it, but you only get one guess. Good job not correcting yourself because I have to take your first guess. So you would maybe give them the right answer. So after your first guess, don't guess again. Next toss-up. What is the common name for the colorful display in the Arctic skies known as aurora?
The Northern Lights.
Northern Lights is correct. Wait, you can call on just in case.
Stop. Stop buzzing.
Bonus number 1 is yours. What's right for the science? Give the more common name for each of the following bones of the body. A, the tibia. B, the mandible. C, the patella. D, phalanges. Okay, I'll take your answers. Pencils down, Lake Creek. Go ahead, Dave. Oh,
For we have dog.
okay. I can take B for 5 points. Lake Creek, do you have?
For D, we have fingers, and we don't have.
Fingers are correct for phalanges. Patella is simply called your kneecap, and your tibia is your shin bone. Next toss-up. In which state is Albany the capital?
Wood Creek 1.
New York.
New York is correct for 5 points. Your bonus is literature. Identify the author of each of the following. A, Catching Fire. B, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. C, Unwind. D, Hatcher.
I have.
Hold on, it's their bonus.
Which one was Catching Fire?
Catching Fire is A.
Five.
I'll take your answers. Allie.
For A, we have Susan Paulus, and for D, we have Gary Olson.
A and D are correct for 10 points, for a total of 20. You have B and C.
We have B. B is J.K. Rowling.
And any guess for C?
No.
J.K. Rowling is correct for 5 points. Unwind is Neil Shusterman, sorry. I got 20 to 15 in favor of Lake Creek. Nice job, guys. Keep your hand, keep buzzing in. Next toss-up. What is the name given to the annual address that U.S. presidents make to Congress on the...
Wood Creek 1.
The White House.
Incorrect. On the state of the nation. Start 10. 3, 2, 1. That's time. It's called the State of the Union Address. As you when in doubt, guess something. On toss-up, so I can't repeat. Next is a math toss-up. You have 10 seconds. Clear them out. In simplest form, what is the sum of 6 hours, 35 minutes, and 9 hours, 55 minutes?
Wood Creek 1.
16 hours and 25 minutes.
That's incorrect. All right, we got 3 seconds. And that's time. We're looking for 16 hours and 30 minutes. You're really close. So, one thing I can say to both teams and anybody else that's listening in the back, when they get a math toss-up or and they're answering, make sure you don't stop writing because you can still make the answer. You have 3 seconds to buzz in after they tell me their answer. So keep calculating because they might be wrong. Next toss-up. What bird is used as a symbol for those who work for peace?
Rank 3.
Pharaoh.
Incorrect. Good guess.
Good big one.
Soldiers.
So close, but we're just looking for a dove. Next toss-up. Which term is used to designate the kind of verb followed by an object?
Good Creek one.
A predicate.
Incorrect. Great guess. Frank, free guess. 3, 2, 1. So when we're guessing, maybe like a helping verb. That's the only verb that I can think of that comes to my brain right away. It's not the right answer. But we're looking for a transitive verb. So always take a guess when it's a free guess. Something on time. Next toss-up. Name one of the months that has just 30 days.
4.
That's correct.
Good job, that's good.
Score is 20-20. Frankfurt, it's your bonus. It's math. What is the next number in the sequence? A, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, blank. B, what is 4 to the second power? C, what kind of triangle has all 3 sides the same length? And D, what is the largest prime factor of 125?
Time.
Okay, I'll take your answers, Mr. Nichols.
I can't hear you. Two for the same.
You get to pick one then.
Okay. For A, I have 25. For B, I have nothing. For C, I have nothing.
Okay, those are incorrect. Lick Creek, you have A through D.
For B, we have 16. For C, we have equilateral, and for D, we have 9.
Those are all correct for 15 points. 23 was A. So the next number in the sequence, it goes up 2, it goes up 4, it goes up 2, it goes up 4. So that was the tricky part there. 35-20 in favor of Lick Creek. Great match. Next toss-up. Hands on your buzzers, and guess what? It's a math toss-up. What is the cost of renting a floor sander for 9 hours at the rate of $5.50 per hour? You have 10 seconds. Hey, back row. Shh.
Time.
Anybody get close? You're not in the match. David, what were you gonna say?
I was asking to add
What's the toss-up? Of $49.50. What we're looking for. Next toss-up, hands on your buzzers. There are 4 quarter notes to every measure in what time?
them.
3.
A full note.
That's incorrect. Three, two, one. It's called common time or 4/4 time. Next toss-up. Hands on your buzzers. Have you on the hands on your buzzers? Who is the Dutch painter who is known for cutting off his ear?
Time.
That's false. He's not known at all, but his name is Van Gogh. Vincent Van Gogh. Next toss-up. In what way does the U.S. flag change with an addition to a new state?
Good Creek one.
It adds a star.
It adds a star. Your bonus is bonus 4. It's literature. Name the well-known animal character described in the following. A, the rat in Charlotte's Web. B, the stuffed rabbit magically turned into a real bunny. C, monkey always rescued by a man with a yellow hat. And D, the cat that has groovy shoes. They're going.
Time.
All right, Allie, I'll take your answers.
For C, we have Curious George, and for D, we have Cat.
C and D are correct for 10 points for a total of 50. Do you have A and B, Dick?
Yes.
Okay, I'll
For
let
A, I have Templeton. For C, I have Curious George.
oh, we need B, sorry.
B, I think, and for C, I have Curious George.
Okay, they got C and D, so I just need B if you don't have B. But A, do you have B?
I think, character.
That's all right. Templeton's correct for 5 points for a total of 25. For B, we're looking for the Velveteen Rabbit. Score is 50 to 25 in favor of Lick Creek. Next toss-up. What is the name of the oldest park in the U.S.? Yellowstone is correct. Geography. Identify the state from a given major city. A, Birmingham and Mobile. B, Milwaukee and Green Bay. C, Anchorage and Fairbanks. D, Albany and Buffalo. Okay, I'll take it. Let's wait for the end of the bell. All right, go ahead.
For B, we have Alaska. For A, we have nothing. For B, we have Alaska. For C, nothing. And for D, New York.
New York is correct for 5 points for a total of 35. Do you have A, B, and C, Alex?
For A, we have Alabama. For B, we have Wisconsin. And for C, we have Iowa.
Those are correct for 15 points. 65 to 35. Next toss-up. What is 5 squared?
25.
25 is correct. Your bonus is 6. Spelling. Spell the following. A, monotonous. B, satellite. C, mother-in-law. D, occurrence. D as in dog. D, occurrence.
Time.
Hey, Allie, I'll take your answers.
For A, we have MONOPNAS. For B, we have SATTALIT. For C, we have MOTHER. Hyphen IN. For D, we have OCCURASS.
I can give you mother-in-law for 5 points. Do you have A, B, and D?
For C is N.
We already got C, not C, D.
And D is OCCURANC.
I think that's what they said for D. OCCURRENC. Satellite, SATELLITE. And monotonous, you guys were close, Lick Creek, MONOTONOUS. Monotonous. It is a 6th grade list, so I guess you're not wrong. Next toss-up. What is the name for the offspring of a gander and goose?
Frankfurt 3.
What One good guess, not right. Free guess?
Could you repeat that?
I can't do the toss up. Goes right in the middle. I'm sorry. Gander and a goose, it's called a gossip. Next toss up. Name the speech given by Abraham Lincoln after the Battle of Gettysburg Address. Your bonus is it's literature. Bonus 7. Identify the title of the novel from the description of the title character. A. Little girl always out of step with the other 11 in a convent school in Paris. B. Miss Rogers is made with a knack for performing her duties in outlandish ways. C. Carrot-haired orphan who lives alone with her pet monkey. And D. 5-year-old orphan taken to live with her grandfather in an isolated mountain home. You have 30 seconds. Okay, I'll take them.
For D, we have more Mary Poppins. And that's all we have. That's Mary Poppins.
Good guess, incorrect. Ingrid, do you have A through D? Those were tough ones. Madeline was A. Amelia Bedelia was B. Pippi Longstocking is C, the carrot-haired orphan. And Heidi is a 5-year-old orphan who lives with her grandfather in the mountains. Those were tricky. Next correctly answered toss-up gets the last bonus before halftime. Ingrid. Next toss-up. Which scientists study earthquakes?
Wood Creek 1.
Albert Einstein?
Yes, incorrect. Good guess.
Frankfurt 4.
So close, but we're looking for seismologists. And I think that was a question either 7th grade or 8th grade math. So always try to pay attention because sometimes these questions overlap. Next toss-up. Yep, correct. Next toss-up. Spell the word magical.
Wood Creek 1.
Magical.
That is correct. Your bonus is 8, language. Identify the language from which of the following words for goodbye come from. That's a weird way to say it. Which language are we talking about when we're saying goodbye? A, au revoir. B, auf Wiedersehen. C, aloha. D, adios.
We have
Okay, pencils down. I will take them.
A is French, B we have nothing, C Hawaiian, and D Mexican.
I can take A and C for 10 points for a total of 90. Do you have B and D?
B and D.
B as a toy and D as a dog.
For B is grammar, or German, and for D is Spanish.
Spanish and German are both correct for another 10 points. 1, 2. And that is the first half. I got a 50 to 90 in favor of Wood Creek.
We're switching now?
Can we invoke for a 1?
An hour.
You guys could have came within your warning. You guys could have came within our warning. And counted those.
Yeah, perfect.
I think it has been.
Well, this is neighbor.
On this side, we currently have 7th and 8th graders. On this whole package building is 7th and 8th. You guys want to have a lot of kids? That's Yeah, I'm not looking for the next one. They have houses. We're having a conference. We have ladies come to us. Stuff so they can have a program. That's our job.
All right, Lake Creek, you guys want any subs? So I can introduce your new subs, please.
To my left, we have Jackson Armstrong and Chase Holzhauser, and to my right, we have Ryan.
Awesome, thank you much. Would you like to introduce yourself, the sub and sponsor, or just yourself, your subs, please?
On my right, I have Jaden Sanders, Alexa Shelford. On my left, I have Allison Beers and Rachel.
And you are?
And you are? Rose.
All right, Rose. Okay, so let's do a quick buzzer check just because we moved around. Sometimes Paul.
One, two, five. Three.
Yep, this is
And when buzzing in, you'll press it 12 times instead of just the once. And here we go. Hands on your buzzers. Don't be afraid to be wrong. Answer if you think you know it. First toss up.
Sure.
I think there's an extra three.
Quiet in the back, please.
All right, who is the author of Little House series, like Little House on the Prairie? And that's time. It's Laura Ingalls Wilder. Next question is a math toss-up. You have 10 seconds. What is the lowest common multiple for 10 and 15?
Five.
That's incorrect.
Three.
Also incorrect. We went the wrong way. Least common multiple, so what can they multiply together? It's 30. Greatest common factor and least common multiple. It's all right. Next toss-up. What compound is added to drinking water in the U.S. to prevent tooth decay? Can you be more specific? Have a specific mineral? Okay, that's incorrect. Record?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. What prevents tooth decay? Fluoride. Fluoride. Prevents tooth decay.
Yes.
Next toss-up. What does a spelunker do?
Explore space.
Cave diver is correct. Nice job. Lick Creek, your bonus is 9. It's about red. Identify each of the following associated with the color red. A, the music artist who had a hit single in 2013 titled Red. B, major league team who plays its home games in Riverfront Stadium. C, Viking who colonized Greenland about 985 AD. And D, the founder of the American Red Cross. 30 seconds.
We have our answers.
Okay, Vincent, sound no talking, let's rank it. Pass your answers, I'll take them.
For A, we have Taylor Swift. For B, we have Red Sox. For C, we have Red Beard. And for D, we have New York.
Great guesses for B, C, and D, but A is correct for 5 points, for a total of 100. Do you have B, C, and D? So the Major League Baseball team with a red name, it's the Cincinnati Reds. Eric the Red was the Viking that you'll eventually talk about. And Clara Barton founded the American Red Cross.
Don't be afraid to guess.
I have 106 in favor of Live Creek. Next toss-up. Which word completes the title of Scott Odell's novel, Island of the Blue Blank?
35.
Dolphin is correct. That's Joe. West Frankfurt, it's about geography. Identify the U.S. state in which each of the following is the highest point. A, Denali. B, Mount Rainier. C, Mount Hood. D, Mount Sunflower. 30 seconds.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, identify the U.S. state in which each of the following is the highest point.
Can you repeat A, please?
I can't for you guys because it's not your goals. Sorry. You might get lucky and they might not occur, so sometimes they'll ask to repeat also.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay, I'll take it.
For A, we have Alaska and we have nothing else.
Okay, always guess states though to fill in those other guesses. A, Alaska is correct for 5 points, total 60. Allie, what you got?
For D, we have Maine.
Any other guesses? 1 out of 50 shot to guess. A, Mount Rainier is in Washington. B, Mount Hood is in Oregon. And D, Mount Sunflower is in Kansas. 60 to 100. Next toss-up. Oh, it's a math toss-up. You got this. Maine. How much less than 3 over 4 is 7 over 12? One-six is correct. Nice job. It's a weirdly worded question. You had to subtract. I think they should have just said that. Your bonus is science, Lake Creek. Identify the following terms. A, the process in which heat energy is trapped and held by the Earth's atmosphere. B, science dealing with the atmosphere and atmospheric conditions. C, instrument for measuring atmospheric pressure. D, process of returning moisture to the earth in the form of rain, snow, sleet, or hail.
We have our answers.
I'll take them. Pencils down, Wes Fraser.
For A, we have convection. For B, we have meteorology. For C, we have nothing. And for D, we have precipitation.
Could you say D again, please?
For B, we have meteorology.
I'm sorry, D is a dog.
D, precipitation.
Yes, precipitation and meteorology are correct for 10 points. You have A and C.
C, barometer.
Good guess. It's called a barometer. And the process that traps heat, it's called the greenhouse effect. Next toss-up. Which musical term is used to classify any instrument whose sound is produced by striking or hitting?
A drum.
That's incorrect.
Strong.
Incorrect. We're looking for percussion.
Okay.
Percussion. So drum is on the right method, but percussion is the instrument. Next toss-up. What part of speech is the word ouch? Good guess, but incorrect. That means buzz into the question. Now it's too late. Always buzz and guess. We're looking for an interjection. Don't be afraid to be wrong. When no one else knows, we will never get a guess right this way. Next toss-up. Which planet appears as a bright object in both the morning and evening sky?
Saturn.
Incorrect.
Jupiter.
Good guess. You got a 1 in 9 chance, and really it can't be really the Earth. So 1 in 8 chance. We're looking for Venus. Next toss-up. What vitamin is called the sunshine vitamin?
What? Oh, vitamin C.
Incorrect. Good guess.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D is correct. Total of 120. Your bonus is 12, Lake Creek. Identify the grammatical term. Identify the grammatical term. A, type of sentence that asks the question. B, sentences containing one independent and one or more dependent clauses. C, exclamatory word that expresses strong feeling or emotion. And D, the type of sentence that gives a command. 30 seconds.
We have our answers.
Hey, I'll take your answers. No talking. What's right?
For A, we have interrogations, and for D, we have declarations.
Those are both incorrect. Good guesses. Do you have A through D?
We have A, and it's interruptions.
And what?
Imperative.
Sorry, what was that for?
D as in boy or D as in dog?
Dog.
D as in dog.
Okay. And you can say that for all of them if you're unsure. You only have one more guess, you can say imperative for the rest. But A and D are correct for 10 points. We're looking for sentences containing one or more dependent or independent clauses or complex sentences. An exclamatory word that expresses strong feeling or emotion is interjection. Like, yeah. Next toss-up. Name one of the three types of subordinate clauses.
Time.
And we're looking for a noun, adjective, or adverb clause. That's a when in doubt, guess. That's why sometimes when you guess, we'll come up with the right answer. So try to guess something on test. Next toss-up. According to the proverb, what kind of pot never boils? Three,
Time.
2, 1. We watched pot never boils. It's the same. Next toss-up. Who painted The Last Supper? Da Vinci is a good guess, yes. When in doubt, guess somebody a painter, right? So you kind of key in when it says painter.
I knew it.
Who painted it? Nice job. Your bonus is 13 holidays. Name the special event or holiday celebrated on the following dates. A, the first Monday in September. B, the fourth Thursday in November. C, June 14th. And D, the third Sunday in June.
Can you repeat? C.
C, June 14th.
For we have a
Okay, I'll take it.
For A, we have nothing. For B, we have Thanksgiving. For C, we have nothing. And D, we have nothing.
Okay, B is correct for 5 points for a total of 130. What's right? We have A, C, and D. And when in doubt, just guess any day of the year. But Labor Day is the first Monday in September. Flag Day is a tricky one on June 14th. But please don't forget this date. In the third Sunday in June, it's Father's Day. Thank you, Dad. Here we go, next toss-up. We've only got 2 more toss-ups on the list still, so we only have 2 more. Name the great civilization in Central America before the Aztecs.
3 for 2.
Maya, yeah, we'll take Maya. Your bonus is astronomy. Bonus 14. A, explosion that many astronomers believe started the universe. B, massive rock that enters the Earth's atmosphere traveling at enormous speed. C, non-luminous celestial object, usually with its own moons that revolve about a star. And D, any object with a dense nucleus of frozen gases and dust, a halo and a tail that revolves around the sun. You get 30 seconds.
Oh, we have our answers.
I'll take them.
For A, we have Big Bang. For B, we
have meteorite. For C, we have nebula, and D, we have nothing.
Do you have no? What?
D, we have nothing.
Okay, A and B are correct. And do you have C and D?
For C, we have planet, and for D, we have comet.
A planet and comet are correct for 10 more points. Next toss up is the last one of the match. What is the exertion of a push or pull called?
Can you repeat that?
What's an exertion of push or pull called? And that's time, it's a force. Maybe skill. Another 7-3 also question. Next toss up. Who was the first African American person to play Major League Baseball?
Roberto Clemente.
Incorrect, but good guess. 3, 2, 1. Number 42, Jackie Robinson. Not sure if we get this. Try it. Next toss up. How many square inches are in 1 square foot? You can have 10 seconds.
12.
That's incorrect. Well, she's on the right track. 12 times 12 would give you 144 square inches. Next toss up. Which war was nicknamed the war to end all wars? Good guess, but incorrect. So close, World War I. When in doubt, always guess. I think we'll get this one. What inventor of the light bulb was known as the Wizard of Menlo?
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison, the Wizard of Menlo Park. We had a 6th grade other set question. Lip Creek, your last bonus is 15. Numbers. Identify the number associated with the following. Wow. Hats worn by Bartholomew Cubbins in a work by Dr. Seuss. B. Years Sleeping Beauty slept. C. 407. And D. Advertise varieties of Heinz products.
Can you repeat the question again?
Yes, identify the number associated with the following. You need to repeat one, please let me know. What a terrible voice. You should skip that one. Yeah.
Can you please repeat A?
A. Hats worn by Bartholomew Cubbins in a work by Dr. Seuss.
And that's fine.
Now take your guesses.
For A, we have 100, and for B, C, and D, we have
That's incorrect. A. What do you have for A through D?
We don't have anything for A, B, or D, but for C, we have 7 years.
So close. So close. When in doubt with numbers, I would maybe say guess. Like if you'd have guessed 100 for all of them, like you only have one answer. And we have our answers, we have 100 for all of them. You give yourself a shot to get 4 guesses in there. So Bartholomew Cubbins, it's been a while since I read this book, but there are 500 hats. Sleeping Beauty slept 100 years, so that's where when you guessed 100 for A, 100 for B, C, and D, if you don't have anything else, might as well say it. 407 years ago, so it's 4 plus 7, that's 87. And it's called Heinz 57 for that reason, because there are 57 different varieties. And that is the match. Very nice job, Lake Creek. 145 to 85. Thank you very much for making the trip.
Thank you for having us.
I knew you
I appreciate you.
Come on, this works.
Next week is just 7 to 8. We can get that first week. That's little money. Here, where y'all going? This way? Oh, wait, no, we went that way. You're right, never mind. I'm wrong. Yeah.
Don't follow the scores. Careful. It's booby traps. Hey, thank you guys. See ya.